Welcome to my second episode of Math versus Forums versus AI. With this video format, I'm just going to be testing to see if I can solve some coding problems with 3 different solutions. And those 3 solutions are in fact math, forums, or using AI. The problem I'm giving myself today is I want to try and simulate objects gravitating towards each other in space. I don't think Unity simulates objects that have mass gravitating towards each other. That's what I want to see if I can accomplish today. I have math, forums, and I have AI. With these comes some rules. With the math, I can only use Google to ask math-related questions, nothing Unity related, and I need to figure out all of the logic while I'm being timed. For the forums, I can type anything into Google. I can use any forum I find. Copying, pasting is allowed. I'm going to try my best to use the bulk amount of code that I find from forums and not my own. And then for the AI, I can use any AI, but I'm going to be using ChatGPT. The key rule for using AI is no thinking aloud. I have to copy and paste the code that I'm given from AI, and I have to just throw it into Unity and see if it works. If it doesn't work, I have to go back to the AI and explain what happened, and hopefully it can fix it for me. With all of that explained, let's start off with the first part of my challenge, which is using math. So here we are inside of Unity. This is the basic setup I'm going to be giving myself for each challenge. I have a ball on the left, I have one on the right. They're spaced 2.5 meters apart. I just have a camera, and then I just have this plane here as a black backdrop just to act as my space. I have this one script where I can put all my code in and start. I gotta figure out some sort of math equation for objects gravitating towards each other, so I'm going to throw this on the other screen just so I have some math that I can look at while I try to write all this down. I guess I'll just write down some of my constants. So, gosh, that's an incredibly tiny number. I should have paid more attention in physics. Okay, I think I'm overthinking it. I think I literally just need to use this number. And then when you do this number times 2 values in kilograms, this will go away. And then when you multiply it by your radius, which is in meters squared, this will go away, and then you're just left with newtons. So I think that's what I'm overthinking right now. Let's see, 6.67. Can you do powers in Unity? Is that legal? Oh, I don't know. Can I literally just type in, okay, I don't, force, gravity constant, mass? The distance between the two, so I'll do the positive one minus the negative one. Left, right, extremely small number, so obviously the farther away they are, really massive. Cool. I'll make these really massive. Ooh, that's a reasonable number now. Let's apply that force to each one. So left needs positive force, right will need negative force. Let's see if I can notice them attracting to each other. Oh, look at that. I think it's going up because they are technically getting closer to each other. Oh, look at that. Hey, I think I actually did it. I got them to, very slowly at least, they are attracting to each other naturally because they have gravity, sort of. Cool. All right, I'm going to consider that a win. I'm going to add another 0. Oh yeah, the force is much higher now. You can just barely see it creeping out on the left side. That's actually really cool. Let's turn it on to -6. Whoa. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. So it is now time to start the forums portion of the challenge. So here we are back in Unity. I reset everything. So let's start. All right, so I need to look up Unity specific things now. So I need to use forums. Let's just test this out, see if this works. Looks pretty good. Whoa. Add in the object that it's attracted to. When you attach this to each object, the left and the right one gets attracted to the left. Interesting, it already works. Very slowly gravitating towards each other, so I'll consider that a win. It is definitely working. I guess now all that's left to test out is the AI. Here we are back in Unity. I have everything reset. Let's start the timer and go. All right, no thinking, copy. All right, let's paste this. Okay, so I have drag in the other, see what we get. Okay, that's not what I expected. Let me just see if these have normal I'm going to allow myself to do that much thinking. Okay, they just had so much mass that they forced themselves together and then bounced off at an incredible speed. Let's see. I'll consider that a win, you know? Cool. Look at that. Well, there we go. Now we have some gravitating bodies. I wonder if it'll think about the mass of them. Oh, there we go. So even if I wanted to have allowed myself to use my brain, it would have told me what to use anyway. That worked pretty well, not gonna lie. I could in fact figure it out using all three of these methods. These were the times for each one of them. Obviously the math took the longest. Using the forms went a lot faster than the last video. The math took a little bit longer, but I definitely understand it pretty well just because I looked at the math. One obvious thing I did wrong was I applied force to the rigid body and I did it inside of update. I should have done it inside of fixed update. But you know, other than that, that was pretty straightforward. I thought it might have been a little bit more complicated, but I hope you enjoyed the video. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch it if you watched all the way through. Hopefully I'll have some more ideas to make more of these videos in the future. Until then,